Man City 3, Liverpool 0. This game was such like a Pep Masterclass. This was his 1000th game in charge, and it's been so cool to be able to watch Pep over the past years. I think one of the biggest takeaways from this game for me was just the Pep's ability to always to always adapt. His ability to always adapt. His ability to always find different ways, different tweaks, tactical tweaks. His management approach. It's always different, and I think that this game just perfectly encapsulated that, because the way that it's always interesting just to watch him, to watch his teams play. It's always interesting, and I think that over the years all of his teams have always had moments, or they've always had like times in the season where you've been like, oh, Pep has figured something out. And I think I'm thinking about like putting John Stones in the midfield. There was a time when he didn't have a striker, playing without a striker. There've always been moments. Even this season, there were times when he kind of like played with a low block. It was Pep is just so good. He's a football sicko, bro. Like, I really love watching him play. And in this game particularly, I think one of the interesting tweaks that he did was putting Bernardo Silva in that double pivot with Nico Gonzalez. I thought that was a brilliant decision, because I think Bernardo Silva also being a standout, I thought that his ability to kind of create space, or to create his ability to establish the dominance in midfield by coming closer allowed the field to open up. And that means that because he was playing deeper, he was able to play more passes. He was able to do those crossfield passes to Doku or Haaland, and he was able to be press resistant as well, which I think helped Man City retain possession and also dominance in midfield. Because when you bring someone like Bernardo Silva closer to the defense, it's obviously attracting more players to him. But because he's so good at being press resistant, and he's so smart, and his ability to retain the ball is so good, he was able to create passes out of literally nothing. So when Liverpool tried to press, he was able to quickly understand where to get the ball. He was able to make a quick pass. He was able to even carry the ball, and it helped Man City so much in this game. And I thought that one of the what kind of encapsulated as well was like that first goal where Nico O'Reilly had the ball in the corner, and then he passes it to Bernardo, then Foden, and then everyone just had like a touch of the ball, and literally in like 2 seconds it felt like the ball was on the other side. And I thought that was really cool. And it's just those things just help Man City just establish that dominance, which I really liked. Now, the next point that I wanted to bring, apart from another standout for me with Bernardo Silva, was also the fullbacks. I thought the fullbacks were really good in this game. Mateus Nunes and O'Reilly were phenomenal. And for so long this season, their fullbacks were literally the problem for this team. I think that what's his name? Mateus Nunes had a couple of stinkers early in the season, but I think that right now we're starting to see how he is now kind of coming into form a bit. And then you also have O'Reilly, he's been killing it these past couple of games. And I think that the biggest reason why they are doing this is because Pep has kind of realized that this team thrives on having as many players who can retain the ball and play the ball. And I think that it's not a mistake that Mateus Nunes and O'Reilly are converted from midfield and winger. And I think that helps because their ability to keep the ball and to carry the ball, and not just be pass, and the ability to cross the ball and to create overloads on the attacking. I thought that their ability to do that has helped this team so much, and both of them had like assists today. So I think we're seeing these players now be more of an influence and having more of an impact because of their ability to honestly to keep the ball and to create a lot of what's the word, overloads. Yeah, and I said that one of the interesting things about this team is that they are what they want to do. Man City, for whatever era that they're in, what they want to do is possession. They want to keep the possession as much as possible. Possession retention is their most important thing. And I think that what this team does really well is that they are filling their 11 with as many players who can play the ball as much as possible. Cavani is a brilliant carrier of the ball. Diaz is also good in his own role. Haaland is good at keeping the ball, and he's developed a lot in his ability to win those first and second balls. And then you have obviously Foden and Shirky, who are brilliant at obviously keeping the ball. And so I think Pep has found the right formula of players who are able to do exactly what he wants to do. And then now, in terms of the outlook for this season, I think that this team is firmly in the title charge. They are firmly going to be in the title race. They're only 4 points behind Arsenal right now, and I think that they are going to. For me, I think it's always good to be the second guy. I think it's always good to be the second guy or to be in the second position because the pressure is off you. I love that. I love where this team is at. They're not Arsenal. Arsenal have all the pressure. They are the ones who if they drop points, all the pressure's on them. So they are literally right in the perfect position. And so yeah, man, I think the vibes are good right now. Everyone is firing on all cylinders. This team is good, and I can't wait to continue watching them as the season progresses for sure.